Hello and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist, where we break down the stories everyone is talking about. Yeah, we talk about the stories everyone is talking about. Today we are diving into a story that started with an unfortunate airline incident and has spiraled into a fascinating and frankly debatable national conversation. I'm talking about Comfort Emmanson. In a matter of days, she went from being a passenger in a viral video from an Ibom Air flight to a trending topic, receiving job offers, and even becoming an economic case study on one of the Nigeria's most biggest news platform, Arise News. The team on the morning show took a deep dive into what they call the economics of Comfort's offer, analyzing her search popularity and potential value. It's a truly unique take. Now, let us watch how Rufai and Dr. Abati broke down the business side of the viral story. Sit back and take a watch. You see Rufai, Rotus and Dr. Abati, those guys, they are funny. Take a watch.
I'm going to round off with what I have argued is a business story, which is Ibom Air and the Comfort Emmanson story.
Gosh.
It's a business story, it's an aviation story, it's a customer service story. Now it's a tourism and job story, because you heard Dr. Okonjo-Iweala say we need to grow jobs. Now, first of all, we've been on Google Trends for a while. It's very in-depth. And if you take a look at the search parameters going from, I think, the last 72 or 96 hours, there's been a sustained gap between Comfort in red and Ibom Air in blue. Now, if the gallery can help me out, you can even go by sub-region. This is what I even like about this text. So if you look at them, they're hovering to the left now. Perfect. You're going to see Adamawa. She's in red. 100% search for her by herself versus 0 for Ibom Air as an incident.
Is it how
and
the
then,
video they're searching?
No, so the search parameters are, I used Ibom Air incident in blue, Comfort Emmanson as an individual in red. So as her recognition grows, more people are searching for her individually versus the incident itself.
And the pictures on her page.
So Google search trends is basically using all aspects. Yes, now use search now. So if you go to the left, down there to Delta States, 72%, 84% to 10. I'm showing you the search. This is technology. Finally, her offers, her latest offers that she's received. Again, I told you this is a job story. With now, public sector and private sector. Can I finish my analysis? This is my job. So there is this a job offer from Delta State. Yes, now we have this is the analysis. Free trip to Delta State, all expenses paid, plus a 500,000 naira monthly job. You've also got a free trip to Doha and also to Istanbul. However, the tourism side of this is that Delta State cannot stand next to a Doha or an Istanbul in terms of tourism. So this is the reason why I have this report in my hand, this new report on Delta State, which talks about whether Delta State is a new millionaire destination. And I think we've got one of the estimates here for Delta State in terms of its land and water resources. We can move on from this here. In terms of its land and water resources and the economic potential, right? So there it is. So 2.4 trillion. These are the things that Comfort has to look at if she's going to move to Delta State in order to get a job, right? That's one thing. But also, there is the fact that when you look at the capital importation, employment. Can we go to the unemployment numbers, right? So this is a serious analysis, it's not a joke here. Bureau of Statistics, Dr. Abati, why are you laughing? You look at discouraged job seekers by sex and urban-rural. Comfort falls into the 4.4% as a share of the total labor force, of where you have 4.4% of share of the labor force of women who are discouraged to look for work. So while Doha and Istanbul might be better destinations in terms of tourism, Delta State has that extra incentive of a 500,000 naira job. So she has to think about that in terms of whether to go there versus the other two. And then finally, capital importation. As much as Delta State has a lot of potential, Delta State was not in the top 5 states that got capital importation in Q1. So Abuja was tops, Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Kaduna. So Delta State has work to do. So this is the economics of the offer. That's all I got.
In the spirit of comfort, if you are talking about 500,000 a month,
I know you say today versus now. So should she go to Doha
and
or
Doha
Qatar?
Is more viable. You see,
you vote for Doha.
All of you men that are looking at comfort picture to do all sorts, God will forgive you. God will forgive. So for a week,
the economics of the offer.
You can see a single man.
The economics of the offer. It's a business story, Rufai.
Looking at Google Trends for comfort all week.
I'm invested in this story. It's a Google Trend.
I see the picture you put up there. It's fine.
On comfort, very quickly as I round up, I know you've looked at these numbers from the sense, that's the Google search numbers, from the aspect of, interest in her. But I think Rufai raises a valid point, which is what are people searching for? Because if she's lawyered up and she's able to justify that this is the exposure, the indecent exposure, without consent that she has been exposed to, she's about to come into plenty more than 500,000 naira per month because she didn't ask for her body to be exposed like this to millions of people on the internet.
Indeed.
So, I hear she's lawyered up, so great that the statistics are available. The lawyers are going to say she didn't ask for this level of exposure to her privacy.
Indeed.
Okay, as to the market dynamics of being Comfort Emmanson, which is perhaps the most important subject that you have brought this morning.
Facts.
Now, there is a gentleman in Doha also who is inviting her to Doha, to Turkey. There is a gentleman in Delta State, I think that's your state.
That's my state,
who
correct.
is standing up and saying he will give her a job, and she will also have opportunities, and she will even attend a seminar or a program, on how to be Comfort Emmanson.
Indeed.
I see that Comfort Emmanson has now created a market.
Facts.
And she's giving comfort virtually and visually and remotely to a lot of men. Now, the danger here.
Yes.
Because you talk about market here. I hope we have not unwittingly created a market for young ladies with very vital, appealing, visually engaging assets who to go to airlines and repeat the kind of behavior so that they may follow in the footsteps of Comfort Emmanson, who by default has become a national hero in terms of, a visual appeal.
Indeed.
Which is, but what I do not understand is why the gentlemen who are bachelors in this environment have not joined this Comfort Emmanson market. How long that market survives remains to be seen. You will be here to analyze it when you come back from
Yes, I will, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack there. Let's break down that analysis. Rotus Odiri starts by framing the entire situation not as a personal incident, but as a multifaceted business story. He calls it an aviation story, a customer service story. Can you imagine that? And most importantly, a tourism and job story. This is a deliberate shift in narrative from personal privacy to public economic value. He then uses Google Trend data to back this up. The first chart that he shows was crucial. The red line, representing searches for Comfort Emmanson, consistently stayed above the blue line for Ibom Air incident. This proved his point that the public's interest quickly shifted from the event itself to the person involved. The map breakdown was even more telling. That is, people now leave the major issue that happened about Comfort Emmanson. Now in the search. Men. Okay. Let's go ahead. Okay. Showing that in some states like Adamawa, 100% of the search interest was for her as an individual, not the incident. This data becomes the foundation for analyzing the economics of Comfort's offer. Okay, let's see that. A free tourism trip to Delta State. These are the offers they are offering Comfort to. 500,000 naira job per month in Delta State from a government official. And then from a private individual, Francis Van-Lare, that one you heard no color. Free tourism trip to Doha and Istanbul. The analysis then pivoted to whether Delta State, despite its offer, can compete with international destinations like Doha and Istanbul for tourism. Rotus presents data on Delta State's huge economic potential, a 2.4 trillion annual opportunity, suggesting that the job offer is a part of larger strategy to showcase the state as a millionaire destination. He even connects it to national employment statistics, pointing out that women like Comfort represent a larger percentage of discouraged job seekers. In his view, the Delta job offer is a powerful incentive that the international trip offer don't have. Finally, the discussion touches on capital importation, noting that despite its potential, Delta State wasn't among the top 5 states for investment in Q1, making this a potential PR opportunity for the state. Okay. Now, for my critical take, while the analysis on Arise TV is data-driven and framed as a business discussion, we have to ask a critical question. Is this empowering or is it exploitative? On one hand, you could argue that in a country with high unemployment, turning unexpected and even negative fame into a tangible job opportunity is a win. It's a story of making lemonade out of lemons. However, on the other hand, this entire conversation commodifies a human being. It places a market value on a woman based on non-consensual exposure. The offers she received, both from the government official and the private citizen, are direct result of her body being exposed to millions online without her consent. Try. People are not offering her jobs because of her resume. They are offering them because of her viral status. This creates a dangerous incentive and a questionable market dynamics. As Dr. Abati subtly hinted, are we creating a market where a viral infamy, no matter how it's achieved, becomes a pathway to opportunity? Furthermore, the humor and banter between the hosts, while entertaining, can sometimes downplay the seriousness of the underlying issue, a massive violation of privacy. Rufai's playful jab about men searching for her picture highlights the very behavior that led to this situation, yet it's treated as a light-hearted side note. My biggest takeaway is this: the Comfort Emmanson story is a perfect storm of modern-day issue. It touches on digital privacy, the power of social media to create instant celebrity, the desperation for economic opportunities, and the media role in shaping narratives. While the offer may seem like a silver lining for Comfort personally, the precedent this sets for society is worthy of a much deeper, more critical conversation than just looking at Google search trends. It is a complex issue with no easy answers. Is this a story of Nigerian resilience and opportunity, or a cautionary tale about the price of fame in the digital age? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment below. Is analyzing Comfort's economic value fair game, or does it cross a line? That's all the time we have for now on Obas Trending Gist. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a breakdown. Thanks for watching.